Hello everyone and welcome back to Chortle Games Live. I'm Jake and tonight we're going to be playing some Animal Crossing New Horizons. We're going to have a great time. What's up Austin? What's up Titanic? That was a good one in the chat. Already happening. Some good puns already upon us. This is Animal Crossing. This is my character. Hi. I dressed him up nice and spiffy for you guys. So the last time I streamed Animal Crossing, it was the second day on my island. It was launch day. Ooh, I apologize. I'm sorry. We're going to have to go after that balloon real quick. Just ignore everything you're seeing right now. This is not how I plan to do this. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. Ignore all that. So anyway, so what I want to do tonight is I want to take you on a tour of the island, show you kind of where we've progressed. And then it's 7 p.m., which means it's spider hunting time. And as they patched the Nintendo Switch duplicating glitch, spider hunting seems to be the most profitable method of making some bells, aside from turnips, which I didn't buy turnips this Sunday because I was a little nervous. I thought they were a little too high on Sunday, so I'm going to try again this Sunday. But anyway, to start, we have a flag. It's our Chortle Games logo. I made that in the last stream, but I added the gray background so that it looked better on the flag. So anyway, that is our Chortle Games logo. There you go. Got our nice thing. When you first enter Chortland, the first thing you'll notice is our raccoon statue to your right, and then Mr. Flamingo here to your left. Also, ignore these paths. These are path placeholders. It's a custom design that I just kind of threw together. It's literally called path placeholder. So do not judge my paths right now. If you like them, that's great. They're not going to stay this way. I am gonna change them as soon as I have the opportunity to, but it was starting to drive me crazy because I needed to really start pathing some things out. So anyway, yeah. This is a oarfish that I am saving for one of Lee Allison's friends, Taylor, who is playing the game. I told her I had one and it was ready for her and that she needed to come pick it up. So, if she jumps online at any point, we may have her pop over and come do this. So, but anyway, if you come over here, this is our museum. We may go through the museum if you guys really want to. They look like giant scales. Yeah, my path does kind of look like giant scales. The shading didn't really work, kind of like I thought it would, which is why it looks funny, I think. But anyway, I literally just was throwing something together. You'll see in a minute. I've got a lot of placeholder designs. But anyway, this is the museum. Got some tulips growing here. They're looking good. They're sparkly because they got some water from the rain today. If y'all want to go through my museum, we can. I have a lot of stuff, but obviously not everything. So if you really want to go, we can. The oarfish can grow to be dozens of feet long and live in the ocean deep. That's definitely... Oh, I know. Putting it right here? Yeah. It's just temporary, all right? I'm giving it to my friend. If we go in the museum, it's got a much bigger tank. The one that I gave to the museum has a much better life situation. So anyway, we'll take our path back. And if you come over here, this is our plaza. We got a nice little fence with some flowers. Mabel is here right now. I am trying to get this freaking woman to build a store here, but she won't freaking do it. I've bought so much clothes from her. I talk to her almost every hour. It's crazy. But anyway, this is our town square, plaza, resident services, whatever you want to call it. Tom Nook's in there, all that, but you've all seen that, so that's no biggie. Then over here we've got the Nook's Cranny. Nice little store. I've also got these flag stones. These are from Pocket Camp. I connected my Pocket Camp. Haven't touched Pocket Camp in probably 2 years, but I connected it so I could get some cool stuff. So I've got those flag posts. This path goes here to Nook's Cranny, and eventually it will connect to our bridge. You didn't simp hard enough. You have to give her your life savings. Do I really? Because I will. If it means she'll freaking build a store here. I've been told you have to just... I've been told if you have to buy 5 items from her, or at least 5,000 bells worth of spending over at least 2 days that she comes. And so this is her second day, and I've spent well over... I bought 5 items and at least $5,000 from her each time she's been here. So anyway, bridge. This is, I think Lloyd is his name. Yeah, Lloyd. He is building us a ramp right now. We've already reached our goal. It's going to be a wooden ramp. And this goes up to an area that I'm pretty proud of, but it is very much still a work in progress. This is my orchard that I'm working on. So I've got all the fruits that I want, and I have them laid out. Well, see, first we've got our cherries, apples, oranges, peaches, and then pears, which is my natural fruit. They're gonna go back here, but see, they're nice and labeled. It's great. It's a great Tim. What is that bug? Oh, it's a face stink bug. I don't need that. But anyway, I love these little designs. I found these on Twitter. I forget who I found them from, but, you know. What's the USD to bells conversion rate? I don't know. But I think it's comparable to the yen. And it's, like, stupid when you... like, I think... I don't know. I read that once, that it was like, you know, Tom Nook's asking you for a home loan of like 100,000 bells. That's like 2 yen or something like that. Or like that's like $2. Anyway, I don't know. But anyway, what I want is for the trees to lay out like this, where it's just real simple and it would just be like go, 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 fruit, fruit, fruit. It's nice and compact, doesn't take up a lot of space, but looks really nice. The problem that I run into is saplings, which is what these are right here, do not grow properly if they're all bunched up together. And if anyone is familiar with this, please let me know if I'm wrong. That's just my running theory right now because it's not working. So to test my theory, 1 yen is slightly less than a cent. Yeah, so I bet what I read was right. Oh, another present. Hang on. Where is this present? Okay, I'm not crazy, right? We all saw that present fly by. I don't want the present to go in the water, so we have to do this carefully here. Which means that ramp cost me about $104 US. That makes sense. I'm okay with that. It's going to be worth it to have a ramp to my orchard, so I don't have to keep pulling this ladder out. But also, this ladder is like super cool. But anyway, transplanted some of the trees over here for them to fully grow. I'm testing this theory. I know that they can fit because these cedar trees, which this is going to be my cedar tree farm, these are all positioned in the same style that I have those, and they work. So 1,400 is a lot more expensive. That's a lot. I'm not as happy with those numbers. But anyway, so I know this orchard can work. It's just going to have to, I'm probably going to have to grow the trees. And ultimately what I'm probably going to do is if I go to more islands and I find fully grown different types of trees, I'm probably just going to pull the whole tree. That was something, when I found some of these trees, someone was like, oh, just take the whole tree. And I was like, nah, I don't want to take your whole source of the fruit. I just want to plant my own. I didn't mind waiting at the time, but when I realized, oh, it's going to be a lot harder to do this, that was when the problem arose. This is my fountain. Just made that. I'm trying to just show updates. I don't really know. I don't want to take you through the whole island. This is our campsite. We just finished building this, so if you've been playing Animal Crossing or been watching someone play and time jump, you may have seen this before. This is also a thing from Pocket Camp, but I thought it would be good for when I have a site. What did I say that was? A fountain? It's my well. It's my brick well over there. Anyway, this is our campsite. People are going to visit the town through that, and hopefully I can recruit some more villagers. Let's come back over here. So over here I haven't developed as much yet. This is another sticker that I have placed around. This one actually is supposed to be for like homes, like a future home place. But in this instance, this is a shop. I want Mabel's shop to go right here. And I actually just paid for Fuchsia, this is her house, to be moved. So it will be gone after a while. And then this is Mac. Mac is my bulldog. He's one of my favorite villagers right now. He gives me a gift literally every time I bump into him. So he's a favorite. Over here I have a fountain. And my big dream for this general area is I want to build a big plaza. And I have this recipe for a stall. I can actually make it. I can cook it. And I want to deck it out, customize it. Probably going to make a couple. And I want to make like a plaza that has a coffee shop in it. And there's a local roaster named Humble Coffee that I'm a big fan of. And I think I'm going to do a custom design of their logo. And it's going to be Humble Coffee in Animal Crossing. So it's going to be very cool, I think. And that's kind of that's one of the things I'm working towards, I guess you could say. Once I unlock the ability to like make paths and stuff and change the ground layout, I'm really gonna start construction on this. But I just kind of put this fountain down as a placeholder. I don't know if it's exactly where it's gonna be. Probably gonna have to move a lot of these trees. I really don't want to lose these rocks, but I'm probably gonna have to lose those rocks. It is what it is. Okay, now we are making the approach to my home, and the first thing you'll notice is these trash bags, and you're probably thinking, Jake, why are there trash bags in your home? Well, that's a great question. One of the few bugs that I'm missing in the game is a fly, and it apparently only appears around trash items. So I've placed down trash. Am I from New York? I am not from New York. I wish I was from New York. But anyway, this is my home. I've got 3 rooms now. No, 4 rooms, because I've got the bedroom, or the back room, and then I've got these roses planted. They're gonna look like that. They're gonna be beautiful. I can't wait for them all to finish growing. Lee Allison and I had quite the adventure planting those. I am currently on the hunt for, what is it called? The saddled birch, which is a fish that supposedly comes out at night, and it is found in rivers. And I have fished and fished and fished and fished, and I have not got one yet. It's one of the only fishes I don't have. But anyway, joke about being covered in trash. Well, Yeah, I do have this really fun. This is a wallpaper that makes my wall look like a garbage heap, and then this is a floor that makes my floor look like a garbage heap. So that's a fun design you can have. We are being showered in gifts this stream. I love it. But anyway, rest of the home. I really like these tiki torches, so I've kept these. This is my DIY workbench. I really want a bigger one of these, but this is the only one I have. A little chalkboard that I've kept just because it kind of it makes this area look like, oh, he's working on something. So if this game has great white sharks and oarfish, does it have alligator or snakehead? I don't know, because the fish and bugs are seasonal, and so we're only I think I'm technically in spring, but based on everything, or like how everything's looking right now, I don't really know that I'm in spring yet. It feels like the summer season, but it's not. That would come after spring. Maybe we're like in late fall. I don't know how it works. But anyway, certain animals are seasonal. I do know that there's an alligator turtle, like a snapping turtle, and it's one of the few bugs or creatures that when you place, like you can take any creature and we can place it in the world, and normally they're in like a tank or something like this. The alligator turtle is one of the only things that doesn't have a tank. It just literally sits there, and if you touch it, it hisses at you. And I really want one. But I have not found one because it is not in season for me right now, I don't think. I don't know if anyone follows Austin John Plays. We've talked about him before on the channel, but he has a really nice comprehensive list of all the fish and bugs that are currently available. That's not how fish work in real life. Most fish are year-round, as they have no means of leaving. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's just not how it works in Animal Crossing. Then over here, this is kind of like, I wanted this to kind of be like a hangout, I don't know, fun area for my home. So I've got my hammock out here. I've got, what's up, Austin? I've got this little, I forget what it was called. It's some sort of bath is what it's called. But, I don't know. It just makes that peaceful running water noise, and I really like it. I've got these benches, obviously a bonfire, a stool for someone to sit while they enjoy the bonfire. This pizza oven, which at first when I built it, I just thought it was, like a cool fireplace. Nope, it's a pizza oven, which is even better. We can go in my house. My house is not very organized yet. I have a lot of ideas for what I want to do with the home, but I'm kind of just trying to process everything. So like this doesn't look that much different from the last time we were here. There's obviously that blue marlin thing. I've got a wasp head up there. This is a second DIY in case I wanted to build something inside. I've got 2 switches now. I've also got that bamboo flute, and I don't think I can hit the tambourine from here. But I like this interior wall. I may change it to something else later. I kind of envision this being some sort of living room space, so I want to deck it out nice at some point. This is going to be a kitchen, and this is going to be a bathroom. This room is completely empty. This room has a bunch of random kitchen appliances. Here, we'll just go in here. No, you can't. It's just there. You can turn it on. Actually, I don't know what happens to the Animal Crossing themed one. We can go look at that. But this is going to be my kitchen. I don't love this floor. I do love this wall. I need some sort of nice tile to go with it. I have a DIY for this sink right here. But I need like all sorts of, like I need that cutting board, and I need an iron wood dresser, which like I don't have recipes for yet. But eventually, I want to put that here and then put some different kitchen supplies on there. This is a coffee grinder I got. This is some sort of, I think a steamer, maybe? Pressure cooker? I don't know. So I want to put that down. This is like I forget what it's called. Here, we'll just, okay. It's a Japanese hearth. If you watch Demon Slayer, they cook with one of these at some point. And so I really like this. I don't think I'm going to keep it in here long term because I want this to be a more normal kitchen. But I can make it work, and I hope I can make it work, and I'm going to try to make it work. But I'm going to have to figure some things out. But anyway, this is just kind of a bunch of junk that I've thrown in here. Wait, how are you getting metal? Do you have a forge? So these iron nuggets are basically metal in this game. They don't really, we're not like really forging anything. A forest print dress. Interesting. Okay. We'll just put that in storage. What are you? Some satin pants. Well, all right. We're just going to set that aside. And 10,000 bells. I'll take that. Not going to cry about 10,000 bells. So anyway, a lot of placeholders in there. Just trying to figure out what I want in there. Kind of goes the same for my bedroom. I don't really know what to do in here yet either. I'm just kind of playing around. Like, I don't like this floor. And this is the wall you get. I do have a katana, and I do have this. So it's literally called Bamboo Doll, but it glows like it's a light source. See? So I've yet left it in here as kind of a light. But I've got the radio, I've got my bed, I've got my ocean moth, I think is what it's called. I've got my katanas over here. So I'm really liking where we're going with this, but you know, we'll see how it all gets along. I'm gonna deck it out nice. I really love this poster up here. I want more stuff like that to come in here, but I gotta play around with it. I'm just kind of I'm slowly accumulating furniture and stuff, and I'm just kind of tossing it in here, and eventually I'm gonna figure out what I want to do with it, but I'm not there yet. So anyway, that's my home. I do know whenever I do my upgrade, I'm gonna have there's a basement and an attic are the only two things I'm missing, I think, at this point. And so when I do the basement, I'm gonna make it like a workroom. So I'm gonna have my DIY desk down there, and like I got this cool piece. It was like electronic parts, like someone was soldering like a circuit board or something. Is what it looked like. You have to go full weeb and name the katanas. See, if I could use them, I think I would name them something. But until they make an axe that looks like a katana in this game, I'm not gonna name them. But anyway, from my home, we come through here, and this is one of our bridges. This is the first bridge I built. So I'm probably gonna replace this at some point. But this is where all of my villagers are gonna be, on this side of the island. So this is Sky's house. This is where Fiona, is that right? No, Fuchsia. Fuchsia is moving here. She's gonna have this nice pond. I'm gonna put Mac probably somewhere over here, so they can still kind of be together. That's Blue Bear over there. Blue Bear is one of my favorite villagers as well. She's great. Really like her. That's her house right there. Again, appropriate. She's got the blue bell. This is Anchovy. If you chopped wood with a katana, it would anger the sword, every sword purist in the world. Yeah, but how cool would it be if you could wield a katana in Animal Crossing? And that's the only way I can envision them doing it, is if they give you an axe that looks like a katana. Now, I would never use it to chop down trees, but I would walk around with it. Oh, you know what would be really cool is if there was an accessory that was like a katana. That would be cool. That's a dream. That's a pipe dream right there. Eventually, I want to add another bridge, probably right here, actually. Let me see where that goes. Whoops. That's Mac. So it would connect to our Plaza coffee shop. Actually, it's probably going to go right here. Yeah, that's probably where it'll go. I should have made a bridge. Temporary design. I'm gonna... What do I got? I'll know what that means. Cut to a year later. I'm finally building that bridge. What was this? Let me come over here. So I've got a bunch of flowers growing over here because one of the only bugs I'm missing, besides a fly, is a peacock butterfly. And so I'm just trying to grow a bunch of patches of flowers that I can come check back at to see if one has appeared. Eventually, I want to put a lighthouse here. In fact, I might order the lighthouse so it'll be shipped tomorrow before this stream ends. But it's going to go right there. I'll probably put those flowers around it once it's built. All these furniture outside of these villagers' homes were part of like the task of like getting their homes built, was I had to put these furnitures here. I'm probably going to either remove them entirely or rearrange them once I've got more villagers built. I want to build fences for all of these homes and put flowers inside and just kind of make it nice. But I haven't gotten that far yet. Part of the reason is I want to build paths so that I kind of have a layout already and then I can build walls around that layout. But anyway, this path will continue back here. And then I've got placeholders for 3 more homes to go back here. And I'll probably have to put more. I'm just going to have to figure that out as we go. And then this up here is going to be Lee Allison's home. Lee Allison is currently a villager in the island. I created her a character so that I could do the duplication cheat. I only did it once or twice just to kind of help boost me. But now I'm kind of glad they patched it out because it's like, okay, I can't. That's not an option for me to do anymore. But it was a nice way to get a boost early on. Austin said, I'm currently playing Black Ops 3 with boxing gloves. That's pretty good. How many kills? 16 kills with boxing gloves. I got a carp. If we had another, it could carpool. I'm just kidding. I love the puns in this game. Up here, this is my 3-tier waterfall. When I first landed here and I put my home right there, my initial plan was to put my home where my icon is now. Up there. But now I really love the effect of the 3-layer waterfall behind me. So I'm leaving my house there and probably not going to mess with it at all. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the tour. I've got a nice little rocking chair back here to rock in. So what? When I kind of put this in the Discord, I was just like, hey, I'm gonna play. You know, do y'all want to see me play Animal Crossing? I love to play Animal Crossing. This is what y'all wanted to see. So one of the things I put in there was like, we're probably just gonna go tarantula hunting. which I've mentioned is a great way to make money in the game right now, but I don't know if anyone really understands what that means. One of the bug types that is in the world and wanders around is a tarantula, and it can attack you, but it's very expensive when you sell it in the stores. So you can go to a random island. Thanks for saying hi, Austin. We'll see you later. Basically, the idea is to go to a mystery island and basically destroy all of its resources and get the spiders. And it's great. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put all of my supplies in storage. So I don't run out of resources entirely. Not what I wanted to do. The only things I'm keeping is a vaulting pole, a ladder, a shovel, and an axe. And the reason I'm keeping these is I don't know what kind of island I'm going to. Obviously, I'm keeping a net to catch the spiders. I don't know what kind of island I'm going to. There is an island that specifically is it's perfectly designed for spider hunting. It's an island that has an island inside of it. Basically a river that forms a circle, but it's a thin enough river that you can hop across. And in that island, inside the island, tarantulas just spawn constantly. But you can actually turn any island into a tarantula island by tearing everything out and then just kind of waiting at night, and it'll turn basically any island into a spider island. Ow. Before we do that, I want to do some purchases real quick. Oh, see, I can put cotton candy in my plaza. It's going to be a great time when we get there. I'm going to purchase this lighthouse. So I can go ahead and start building that. All right, now we will briefly get distracted by other things. I wonder how many bells that gives you. I really wish there was a faster way to earn Nook Miles. You get Nook Miles by doing just basic tasks in the game. But I don't get them as much as I would like. I would like a lot more. I bought the water fountain today, not knowing you need drinking fountain as well. Breathe your last. I bought the fountain first, saw that, went back and bought the water fountain, but I had a bunch of Nook Miles stored up waiting for the resident services to open back up, so I understand your pain. Let's see, we're going to deposit, actually, you know what, we're just going to put 100,000 into our loan. Real quick. There we go. Now, one of two things is going to happen when we go to this island. It's either not going to be Tarantula Island, which is very likely. In fact, that's probably the most likely. And if that's the case, we're probably going to be catching spiders for a long time. But if we get lucky and we get to go to Tarantula Island, we can probably catch all the tarantulas we need fairly quickly. So hopefully we get Tarantula Island. But if not, we'll make it work. The ultimate goal would be to make it back to our island before 10 o'clock. So that we can sell to these two knuckleheads and actually make a profit tonight and maybe pay off our home loan. So we can start construction on our basement or whatever is the next thing. All right. And this is basically what I use my Nook Mile tickets for, is to just go tarantula hunting. If I get really desperate and need more iron nuggets or something like that, I'll go do more. I'll go visit for those kind of things, but not normally. Also, I've been to Harv's Island. It's basically just a place for you to use amiibos. Don't have any Animal Crossing amiibos. So, haven't really been using that for very much. But, you know, it's there. And I'm sure it would be very fun if I had a lot of amiibos to take photos. But I don't. I am loving everyone on Twitter posting kind of how their islands are going and all that sort of stuff. So I'm getting all sorts of great ideas from those. Okay, I can already tell you I'm not very happy. This is going to be a really hard island to make a tarantula island. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going to have to go to a different island. What you have to do, we literally have to pull up everything, destroy everything, chop down every tree, and then basically run in a loop around the island, making everything despawn. All other bugs despawn, and then wow. Well, I don't want to waste this ticket, so I'm gonna at least try to harvest the rocks and maybe the flowers. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna try to harvest some stuff. Obviously, I don't really want those weeds, but here we are. A gold nugget would be great. That would be like a really fantastic treat to find. But I won't cry if we don't have it. It's funny when we, as we were leaving, I saw we had gotten enough Nook Mile tickets to get another ticket. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I was like, I guess we could go to a different island if this one wasn't good. But I was like, but really I should try to make it work. Another thing I'm just thinking about now, when you start the game, visiting islands like this is where you met more villagers. I haven't had a villager spawn since my first 3 villagers that I invited to my island, which are the villagers that I have right now. So I was kind of expecting, now that we're ready for more villagers, I was kind of expecting another one. but no such luck. And that's okay. I'm fine with that. I probably should try and fish here a little bit too. Since we're here. Oh no. Not my shovel. Shovels are honestly annoying to have to build. And I need to build a fishing pole too. A lot more tree branches. I can make that happen. So, fun fact for anyone who's watching just a tip, weeds take up a space. So like if you're trying to clean out a tree and you've got a bunch of weeds around it, the weeds will actually limit what can fall out of the tree because they're taking up space for the weeds to fall on. So pick up your damn weeds. Every time I go to someone's island and they haven't picked up every weed on their island, there's a hair in the back of my head or something that just kind of bends the wrong way or something. That's the weirdest description I've ever given. I don't know. It irks me, and I don't know why they don't just build it right. I need hardwood for that, and I don't have hardwood right now, and I don't want hardwood right now. I guess I could pick up some hardwood. And it's a bass, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen too many bass right now. Oh, a swing and a miss, that's it. So based on tables that I read, the fish that I will need, the saddled birch or bitch, however you say it, it doesn't appear until, I think it's between 9 p.m. and 4 a.m. is when it appears. So we're obviously, it's not 9 p.m. So I don't know that the fish we want is even going to show up. But we'll fish anyway. I tell you something that might show up though. Would be a sturgeon. And a sturgeon is very expensive. Sturgeon might be more expensive. That's actually a really good idea. We should make this a sturgeon hunt over a spider hunt. Because we could probably fill up on sturgeons. And sturgeons are like 15,000 bells a pop, I think. Which could be very lucrative. Sturgeons spawn in river mouths like this. Of course, it's a dace. So if you're looking for a sturgeon, that's where it's going to go. And if you find yourself on an island like this, a way to get them to spawn is to spook away all the other fish. By doing that. And running. The idea, though, is to not look, to not see the mouth of the river, because things can only spawn where you aren't looking. So if I'm not looking at the river mouth, there should be something that spawns. That one is a little too close to the waterfall. I don't know if it's going to be a sturgeon. This guy looks too small to be a sturgeon. I'm gonna go for this bigger fish here. And it's a bass. Of course it is. Alright, I think this fish is going to be too small to be a sturgeon, but you know, I'm not going to take chances. One of those guys. And this is probably a bass, but the saddled birch that I need is also that size. So I kind of don't want to take a chance on him. Not surprised. Those fish are too tiny. Neither one of those are going to be a sturgeon. And you're a big fish, which means you're probably a bass. But if you're a saddled birch and I scare you away, I'm going to hate myself forever. But if I could just catch a saddled birch and I could be done with that fish, we could really focus on what we're trying to do. Okay, stupid fish. It's a string fish. Okay, that was a great one to scare away. Not the fish we were looking for, but a good one to have. Also a $15,000 fish. So, you know, at the end of the day here, what I'm saying is, if we can walk away with a bunch of $15,000 fishes, I would say that this was an island well spent. That's not what I wanted. Wait. Ooh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this might be a sturgeon. Sturgeon. Boom. $15,000 fish. Alright, we'll scare those two off. Climb back up here. Now, if we can just catch a bunch of those, we might turn a better profit than spiders when it's all said and done. I don't mind going after some of these big fish, because like if it's a bass, I can just get rid of it. But if it ends up being something like a string fish or a saddled birch, those are things that I'm pretty sure the string fish is also a $1,500 fish. So, or 1,500 bell fish. I'm sorry, 15,000 bellfish. So if we can get a bunch of those, because I got empty pockets, you know what I'm saying? All right, got a decent sized something right there. Worth the catch, but probably not a sturgeon. If I had to guess. Oh man, he went the other way. Okay, look, fish. I don't have time for your games. Of course it is. Of course it is. Sorry, I want this fish to despawn. Please, thank you. Alright, we got a big fish over here. Not gonna take a chance on it. Ooh. Just a bass, not the end of the world. Ooh. So my wife and I did a lot of yard work today. And sanded down an old desk that she's been using as kind of a makeup. Let's just say makeup counter drawer thing, vanity. And I sanded that down, and so I think I am finally, my eye is starting to finally catch up and be like, oh yeah, you put all kind of stuff near me today. I also pressure washed our carport, which I'm pretty proud of. It's quite the accomplishment. My wife helped a fair amount too. I was sanding while she started that, and then I finished it off. Okay, it looks like we've got another sturgeon. Got two big fish, so it could be two sturgeons, but I'm gonna take a shot on this one first. I'm really nervous that they're both like right next to each other looking at. Okay. Let's calm down. I don't want both of you. I just want you. Okay, for real. They're making me nervous how close they are. Another sturgeon, ladies and gentlemen. It works. I'm just telling you, this is going to work worlds better than tarantulas. I'm actually really glad we thought to do this. Or I don't, if we didn't think to do this, I was just like, oh, I think I'll fish while I'm here. This is going to end up working out really nice. I'm honestly excited to see what the payout is going to be from this, because I've got seriously? I don't even have a shovel. I can't. Okay. Well, you know what? Screw you. Alright, so you got a tiny fish. Saw a decent sized fish in the river itself. But I don't feel good about either of those, so. Oh. Piece of furniture just dropped out of a double sofa. Alright, well, we're taking that home. Anyone else in the chat been playing Animal Crossing? I'd love to hear about your experience, what you think of the game. I am really, really enjoying it. It has, in many ways, taken over my life a little bit. That is a really big fish. I don't wanna pass on that one. I've literally been setting an alarm in the mornings to wake up, not early, but like earlier enough that I can wake up, I can open up Animal Crossing, I can kind of do a checklist of things, like get fossils and all that sort of stuff. Alright, I see a fish over there. That could be a sturgeon. I'll say I don't want to freak out the big fish, but I need to get to a better position. Be a sturgeon, baby. Be a sturgeon. Why you gotta do me like that? Okay, now I know you're a sturgeon. Sturgeon. Boom. These are the nightly activities that I do in Animal Crossing. I fish like there's no tomorrow. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm kind of treating it almost like a Zen garden, is how I've kind of described it. to people before who were like, why are you playing? Like, why do you enjoy this so much? The process of planning out your village and dealing with your villagers is all very fun. And I enjoy getting to kind of influence how everything looks and does everything. And like, I'm seeing people post pictures of their islands and their rooms and their houses and stuff, and it's just like, wow, that's a great idea. I want to do something like that. I want to do something that looks like that. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of it. What's up, Dylan? Long time no see. I'm pretty sure Steven told you I show up a bit ago. He didn't tell me you were about to show up, if that's what you're asking. But I'm glad you're here. Playing Animal Crossing, Dylan, to catch you up. We are currently on a mystery island. And I originally was going to turn this into a tarantula island. And we were going to hunt spiders, which are profitable in this game. However, we landed on this island and decided that the more profitable thing would be to make rare fish spawn and sell them instead. And I'm actually thinking it may be a more profitable venture than the spiders. And a lot safer too, because spiders can hurt you. Dylan said, had to deal with school. What do you mean with had to deal with school? Are you doing schoolwork, or are there issues happening at school? Obviously, I hesitate to say all of us, but most of us are all under some sort of quarantine because of the corona. But like I mentioned on the podcast, my life really, other than just having my wife who's working from home, my world has not changed that much. As I've described it before, it really is like the world is changing around me, and I'm just kind of a passenger watching the world change and go by. Because I'm still working, and it's kind of funny. We had a lot of projects cancel, or not cancel, but postpone till after this whole ordeal is over. But several of those turned into new projects about the virus. So it's been interesting to see how that all worked out. Dylan said no. Issues got into a community college and got kicked out of high school. You got kicked out of high school? How does that work? Oh, we got another sturgeon, ladies and gentlemen. We have another sturgeon. And I'm going to jump to this side of the island to get it. Another sturgeon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I'd like to fill this up with nothing but sturgeons. But that's at least 60,000 bells right there. And then that's actually another one. So that's 105,000 bells? No. My brain is falling apart. Grades and not enough cred to finish if I reach senior year. So you didn't have enough creds to finish senior year, but you had enough to join the community college? That's where I'm confused. But hey, more power to you, man. Look, community college is great. I did a couple years at a community college just because I didn't have the best. Well, I don't know. I had fine grades. I didn't have a great ACT score, and I didn't have a great PSAT score. So I didn't really get a ton of scholarships to a four-year university at first. So I went to a junior college for my first 2 years. Might have actually ended up being just 2.5. And then go into a four-year university to finish. And it was great. Still got to really enjoy a four-year university, but I didn't pay nearly as much as someone else would to go, because I only had 2 years to pay for as opposed to a full 4. All right, we got another sturgeon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going for the sturgeon over the stringfish because the stringfish was a very lucky break. I love the way this thing looks. Those emperor butterflies are also pretty expensive if anyone else wants to hunt those down. I don't know that they're worth enough to... If we couldn't find sturgeons, that would probably be a nice backup plan, but there's no way to just make those appear. Those are usually something you just kind of run into. Alright, let's try going down. Black Carolina Reaper fried steak sandwich for dinner. Also, that's really good, Jake. You got a PC yet? I ain't got no PC. Ain't running no PC. Probably never will run a PC. The only PC I use is my work PC at like my day job. And it's great for editing. I don't really like the OS of it at all. But, you know, it is what it is. It's a great editing powerhouse. I can edit 4K video without any kind of pre-renders or proxies and stuff like that, and it runs smooth, very smooth. Okay, this fish. But not for gaming. No gaming PC. Don't really want one. I don't really have any desire to get one at this point. All right. We should have another one by now. Okay, there we go. Boom. At this rate, we could probably make it back to Timmy and Tommy before closing time. closing time. Oh, these fish is brave, huh? There we go. My jumping skills scared the fish. Spook these. Then we ought to have one. I'm not gonna lie, this is honestly I would say more reliable than catching spiders. Because spiders, it's really a hit or miss when they're gonna show up and where they're gonna show up when they show up. But this, it's like, okay, he's gonna be right there. If I see him, the other thing about spiders is it's hit or miss if you're going to catch them or not, because it is a real, it does take some skill. Whereas this, you know, fishing, takes some focus. But other than that, you know, once I find it one, I'm going to get it. So the update on Warframe, if y'all still remember or play it even on your off time, that they have been discussing crossplay across PC and other systems. Yeah, there was a release on Nintendo. I forgot about that. I have not forgotten Warframe, but I am not the Warframe guy. Steven and Brody, I think, really like Warframe. But it's one of those things that there's so much, I don't even know if it's that there's so much content, but there's just so much stuff to understand and figure out that they haven't really gotten too much into it. It's just not enough that I'm interested in. And even with it being free to play, what free to play ends up meaning for me is, oh, now I've got to buy, you know, the Warframes I want, or I've got to buy the other things that I want. I'm just going to take a shot in the dark on this one and see what it is. Of course it's a bass. Why wouldn't it be? Oh man. Didn't spawn one yet. It's okay. I'll be back. It's because I took time to catch that stupid bass up there. Is anybody watching, I think it's The King of the Tigers or The Tiger King or something like that on Netflix? Lee Allison and I started it last night. And it's interesting. It's crazy. It's a crazy story. We just watched the first episode. We didn't get very far, but I'm really curious to see where it goes. The end of the episode has a really nice hook because you watch it and you're just like, okay, so this guy's got all these tigers and he really, really hates this Carol lady, whatever. And you're like, but how does this, I thought this was a murder. Like, how does this all come together? And like, you're basically just getting all these facts about the big cat community and zoos and stuff. And you're just getting a bunch of background, basic information. And then it at the end, they say something, and then it cuts to like a building that's at night, and it's really dark, and it comes up on screen 4 years later, and it's like, this is Kahoma, or wherever county jail. You have a prepaid phone call with inmate, and it's the guy. And he's like, I didn't do this, and I'm not going down for what somebody else did, or something like that. And then that's the end of the episode, and I was just like, well, I'm hooked. I gotta know how does this all go? So anyway, Dylan says not at the moment, but he will check it out. I mean, with us all being in quarantine, I was telling Austin this too. I was like, this is the perfect time to release some sort of like out there documentary. I'll be damned. There's a fucking spider. It's not even worth it. Not even worth it. I figured out a better plan. I have found a better way than the spider. Sorry, I keep coughing. Like I said, we worked outside today, so my sinuses are acting up. Now, I'm pretty sure that's just a bass, but it's big enough that I'm questioning it, so I'm just going to catch it. Why, bass? Why? It's a brave fish right there. Forget the brave little toaster. This is a brave little fish. I should have changed clothes before we came out here and started fishing and jumping around and everything. Oh, there's still a fish down there. Can't have that. I really should chop this tree down. That would help me. Why did it take me this long to cut that tree down? It has only been in my way. We're not having good luck right now, ladies and gentlemen. Not having the best of luck right now on fish catching. I made a really loud noise at first, and I was like, did I throw something out that I didn't mean to? Sorry, I like to organize my stuff. Oh, that's a big fish. That's how big fish are. I'll go for it. Maybe it'll be a string fish. I thought with it being so close to the waterfall, I expected him to just bite it, and he didn't. Alright, we've got a big fish over there. I don't know that it's a sturgeon. It's probably a bass, but it's big enough, again, that I'm questioning it. Just a bass. Why am I not surprised? For those wondering, this is also kind of what you do for the spider islands as well, especially if you don't end up on the spider island. You do a lot of this, just running around to despawn other bugs so that a spider will have more room to spawn in. One of the first people who posted about how to do this, the way he put it was spiders want to be the only bug on the island. They don't want to share with anyone else. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a sturgeon. Starting to get a little worried. Was starting to get a little worried. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 sturgeons. That's 150,000 bells, give or take, right there. And I can hold at least 20 more comfortably, and probably another like probably hold more, honestly. Let's see where we're at. No sturgeon. Oh, you're good, Dylan. Eat away, man. Oh, sturgeon. We had some ravioli tonight. Some chicken ravioli. That was amazing. Especially after doing a lot of work outside. Some pasta was just what we needed. Yeah, this is going to be way more profitable than spiders, because I'm pretty sure spiders or tarantula, I think they're like 8,000 or 9,000 a pop. So this is going to be a lot more. Like I mentioned before, the other way you make money in this game, like big time money, is you sell turnips. There's a system in the game called the stock market, and instead of stocks, you have turnips that you buy on Sunday for a certain price. And then you can sell them the rest of the week, any day, the rest of the week at these stores. And their price changes every day. Okay, Sturgeon. You're playing games with my heart right now, all right? You're really stressing me out. Anyway, you buy turnips on Sunday from this little pig. Her name's Daisy May, I think is right. She's really cute. But you buy turnips from her, and she typically sells them anywhere between 90 bells and 100 bells. Or, no, I'm sorry, 110 bells. Is what she normally, like, it's kind of the range she'll sell at. Well, Sunday, which it was the first time she had ever appeared for anybody in the game. Well, I guess anybody. I don't know if people with review codes. Anyway. It's the first time she appeared, and she was selling turnips for $109. And reading that her range is like usually 90 to 109 or to 110, I was like, 109 is really high. And like I've seen on other days of the week, not personally, but like from other people's videos and explanations, I've seen prices go be like sell your turnips for $700, which is a huge profit. Was not expecting an instant bite. Also wasn't really sure that was a sturgeon, but it was enough to make me question. So anyway, when it was like literally $1, she was selling it for like almost as expensive as she could possibly sell it. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to buy in on this. And the most expensive I've seen turnips be this week on my island was, I think, Wednesday. They were $107. No, $127 a pop. So like if I had sold that day, obviously depending on how many I had, because the idea is you buy a bunch, like a ton, and when you sell it, you make a lot of your money back. But I didn't. But I'm going to this week. I'm gonna take the gamble on turnips this week and hope for the best. And I'm probably gonna get desperate, probably on like next Saturday, and I'm gonna be reaching out to people on Twitter. I'm gonna be like, "Can I come to your?" You know, the turnip price right now is $700 because they bought so many turnips, invested in so many turnips. The other catch about the whole system is that the turnips only last a week. So like if you don't sell them within the week, come next Sunday, it's over. You've lost any investment you made. It's like the safest thing to do. And I was just like, dang, I would have sold on Tuesday and missed out on Wednesday. But like today, this is way under what she had sold on Sunday. So I don't know. It's a gamble. Or you could just come here and catch a bunch of fish. But see, this takes time. And technically turnips takes time too, but it's all like it's a waiting game. All you gotta do is just go ask somebody how much you're selling something for. Alright, that's a big old fish up there. It's probably a bass. But I'm gonna try for it anyway. Because it could be a stringfish, or it could be a saddlebait. Oh my gosh, it was a stringfish. So this is another $15,000 fish. I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm gonna check my chart. He says after we've caught, 10, like we've already made the investment on this. Okay. A sturgeon is $10,000. What's up, Handa Bear Pie on Twitch? So a sturgeon is $10,000, and a stringfish is $15,000. But again, like I was saying, the sturgeon, I know which one's the sturgeon because it only appears in that river mouth, and when we find it, we got it. But the stringfish is a little bit trickier to get nailed down. But I'm glad we went for it. All right, do we have a sturgeon? No sturgeon. Handa Bear Pie, we are obviously playing Animal Crossing, and right now we're on a mystery island that we were going to turn into a tarantula island, but then when I saw the layout, I decided it was very much not worth trying to turn this into a tarantula island, because you basically have to rip it of its resources and run around and scare any bugs that show up away so that a spider will show up. And that was going to be very difficult with these 3 tiers that we were going to have to run up and down constantly. And there's a great chance we would have been caught off guard by a spider more than once. So, with that in mind, I decided we would go fishing, because that's what this island was designed to do. And we are basically trying to catch some sturgeon and the occasional stringfish if we can manage it. Sturgeons appear right there in that mouth bed. But this fish right here is big enough. It could be a sturgeon or it could be a bass. It's been there long enough. Of course it's a bass. Why wouldn't it? Oh. Not surprised, not surprised. Still, this is going to be a huge payout. Because, like, that's 30,000 right there, just those two fish. And then each of these is 10. And I've got at least 10. And we can obviously fit several more. And then I found some other things that I'm probably not going to get rid of, like that couch that we found. Oh, God dang it. I mean, I probably deserved it, right? Just shake a tree until it really starts giving us. That's what I'm talking about. That. I might as well craft another one while I'm just sitting here. Alright, there we go. Oh look, and I completed a Nook Mile. I was a little curious if just leaving the area would... This is usually how I spend my nights in Animal Crossing. Come to a random island, strip it of all its natural resources. Have those flowers been growing back that fast? Or have I just seriously not run over those as much? Because I swear I busted those a second ago. Alright. I wonder if I can fish from... Oh wow, that's cool. I did not know I could do that. I think that's probably a bass. It was. I don't think there's a sturgeon down there yet. God bless you. My back has been killing me all afternoon. We pressure washed this afternoon, or all day today, and I tend to be a little OCD when I do stuff like that, so I was literally like bent forward all the way. So I was like really leaned over, making sure I was getting every detail. Man, I feel like we haven't caught a sturgeon in a while. A very time-consuming process. See, this is why I don't really think this can count as cheating, because all we're really doing is being selective about what fish we're trying to catch, and we're just kind of, because we know how the world works, we're making it so that that fish spawns. So I don't think it's that much of cheating. Alright. Haven't caught one in a minute. Both of these are pretty big. They're probably just bass, but they're big enough at this point that I'll catch them and throw them away later. And just catch them and know, okay, yeah, actually release a bass to make those people go away. I'm also gonna drop this. I don't need that. Great way to get rid of fish is to throw another fish at them. He'll tell them to run. Not sorry that I have been. Daggum. For too long we've gone without a sturgeon. This is probably a bass, but I'm gonna catch it anyway. In case it's a stringfish. It's not. Just and bass. Alright. There's not another. Ooh, there we go. Man, I was starting to get nervous. got another one? No. That's okay. Oh, that's a big one in the pond up there. This ladder is probably gonna spook it. Alright. I'm gonna go for this one. It is most likely a bass, but we might get lucky. We're not lucky. I was curious what that bug was. Alright, it's almost 9 o'clock. Which means we've got another hour to get back to Timmy and Tommy to sell this before tonight is over. And kind of my two goals. I'd love to have enough money. I wanna invest about $100,000 in turnips tomorrow. And again, you know, I was just talking about turnips. Typically, they sell from, 90 to 110. It's kind of their range that she'll sell them at. So, $100,000 can go not very far, or can get you a bunch or not as many. Either way, though, I'd like to have at least 100,000 left over after this, because when we get back, I want to pay off my home loan, which isn't much right now. I think we've actually got it down to I think it's just 50,000 right now that I gotta pay. So not much, but I want to have a lot. I just want to get them as much as I can out of this venture that we're on right now, so that I can pay off my home loan tonight, so that I can start on the next expansion on my home to wake up to in the morning tomorrow. And then I also want to have money to spend on turnips tomorrow. Those are my goals. My immediate goals right now. Big fish down there. He started low enough that he could be a sturgeon, but I don't know. Nope. Just a ding-dong old bass. I don't know why I said ding-dong old bass, but you know. Here we are. One day, I'm gonna nail my tool switching. But it's not today. I see two big fish down here. Yeah. This fish ain't scared of me. I don't know. I don't know if that was what you're like. Dang. No, I'm in that there northern hemisphere. Come on, stupid fish. I'm gonna release something to scare you off. Yeah, all I did was come to a mystery island that had a river, and I'm just despawning every fish I see except for this one right here, because this one is the sturgeon. The sturgeon is 10,000 a pop. And we can carry a lot. Not catching anything of that sort of stuff. Frisia Fru? Is that how I say your name? So you're not catching any of these, and you're in the northern hemisphere? Because these are all. I mean, like I said, I'm in the northern hemisphere. These are all fish, as far as I know, that are part of the northern hemisphere. I've got a document that I got from John Austin Plays, who's a YouTuber that I follow. He has a pretty comprehensive list of all the fish that are available right now in the northern and southern hemisphere. And sturgeon is on my northern hemisphere list. I really haven't caught very many fish that aren't on that list. What's up, G1 Kind? Playing a little Animal Crossing. We're on a mystery island right now, trying to make a buck, selling sturgeons. Alright, I'm probably going to have my heart broken again, but I am going to take a shot on this one and see if it is a string fish. Heartbroken. Maybe I'm confused. Now, pears are not, those are not hemisphere locked that I know of. That is just, you have a natural island that you have a natural fruit that you start with, and then you can collect other fruits. So I've actually got all 5 fruits just because I've visited friends' islands who they had one kind of fruit in the shop but didn't get the ladder. I was doing something. There's a point where you have to build 3 houses for new villagers coming in. When you do that, when you start building those houses, I think it's you get the recipe for it like right at that stage, but Tom Nook kind of points you at it because one of the items you have to make for a house is a flower wreath, and your island doesn't start with any flowers that you can reach. They're all up on the cliffs. So he'll be like, hey, here's a ladder recipe. Go up on the cliffs and get some flowers to make a wreath. So that's when you'll get it. Now, there might be a way to get it early, like if you go to a friend's island and go to their shop. If they have any kind of shop, you should be able to buy the recipe for a ladder from their shop. I've only found an orange and coconuts. Yep. If you haven't gone to any other islands, you won't just bump into new fruit. Again, unless like a friend mailed you some fruit or you had some sort of other interaction with somebody who had fruit. You need somebody to supply you some new fruit. So this fish is 15,000 each, and I've just kind of been taking a shot in the dark every time I find like a bigger shadow. This guy is 15, this one's 10, so I'm just catching as many of these as I can, and then I'm going to go back and cash in. And I'd like to cash in before 10 o'clock, but I want to leave with a full stock. Freshy Fru, I don't know if that's how you say your name. I would love to be your friend. I'm gonna go to Big Cam for a second while I press all the right buttons here. If you want to add me, that is my friend code there. I'll leave it up for a second. Once I'm done with this island, if you'd like, I could bring you some pears to your island if you want. So, all right, we're back in now. Might have to go back and pause and put that in. But I'd love to be your friend and help you out. I could even just mail you some stuff. We'd have to meet in person at least once that I could mail you stuff, but I'd be happy to do that. Alright, going back to check here. Go away, little fish. I don't want you. I want the big fish. Finally, it went away. So the kill, please. Allison, we're catching lots of really great fish. Look. This one is 15,000. This one is 10,000. So I'm going to have a real cash in tonight. I got to go back and rename this stream. It's fishing season. Win. No sturgeon. Allison said very glitchy. Is the stream glitchy, or are you just saying? It looks clean on my end, but like, what's happening? That's probably your playback, Lee Allison, but I could be wrong. Everything looks good on my feed over here. But, actually, let me look at my Twitch feed over here. Oh. My browser on Twitch has failed. Okay, it's fine. Spinning around. Did he do something? How funny. Alright. Lee Allison, I haven't seen Bing, but I'm sure she's up here. I don't see her on the tower or anything. She was real comfy on the futon a second ago. Bing is one of our cats. Oh, she's wanting cat cam. I don't have a cat with me. I'm sorry. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, I bet this is a bass, but we haven't seen one in a while. And I totally botched that. I did not think it had seen the lure. I really like my strategy of using the fish that I don't want to spook off the other fish that I don't want. Alright, we got two tiny fish down here. There's a sturgeon. I was starting to get nervous again, ladies and gentlemen. I was starting to get nervous. God. He came at it so fast, I was like, shoot. Can't be doing this. Every sturgeon I see, I need to catch. We are on a little bit of a time crunch because it's 9:14 right now. Oh wow. The great sturgeons have graced me with another chance. I feel like we could probably safely catch until about 9:40, if it comes to that. Some brave little fish. My character ought to be really good at, like, his athleticism ought to be through the roof. After all this cardio I'm making him do. Ooh. a big fish in the water over there. I don't think it's the sturgeon. Oh, man. Shite. Okay, so that is a sturgeon. Way out there. But that might be another sturgeon right there, but it's more likely a bass. And it didn't spook it off, so we'll catch it. It's probably a bass, but man, wouldn't it be crazy if it was a string fish? Two sturgeons right next to each other. That's bananas. So obviously I'd like to catch as many as we can, but basically at 9:40 I think I'm gonna cut us off and say we've got to get back to the mainland so that I can turn these in. And the real reason being, my main goal is to pay off my loan and have money to use on turnips for tomorrow. So while making money is a priority of this whole mission, making money tonight is an even bigger priority. So once the store closes, I can't make any more money tonight. I could put them in the drop box, which only sells items at 80%, which would be a pretty huge loss overall. That money won't actually come to me until tomorrow. So, which, like, under normal circumstances is fine. But again, I'm trying to do something specific. I've been really afraid that I was accidentally going to release a sturgeon while trying to do that. Which would just be the worst. Ooh, we got one, ladies and gentlemen. The sound is very important when fishing. I've seen memes on Twitter of people being like, how my siblings fish, and it's the guy that does this. It's like, it's him with his eyes open, and then it's like how I fish, and it's when he's blinking. Because a lot of people apparently close their eyes when they're fishing, so that they're not watching the bobber or the fish, they're waiting for the sound of the fish taking the bait. Which is smart, because that is the best sign that the fish is taking it. Because you watch it, and you kind of anticipate right as it goes under, you're ready. But if you just listen for the sound cue, that is a lot safer of an indicator. Man, now my nose is running. tell you, man, I go outdoors in the spring and suddenly I can't function. Here we go to check again. Nothing. I'm starting to question if I should care. We let people in our Discord vote on what we live stream, and I typically use it as like a, if I'm thinking about live streaming one or two things, I'll kind of be like, you know what, I could go either way, but let's see what people want to watch. So I put this up to a vote because I was going to do this or Dreams tonight. And like, I was going to play Animal Crossing, period. Whether it was after the stream, before the stream, whatever. I was going to play Animal Crossing. So obviously, playing Animal Crossing for the stream would have been just an easier step to get to Animal Crossing. But I put it to a vote, and overwhelmingly people wanted to see Animal Crossing, but only a few people have from our community has actually shown up. So I'd love to know if you're one of our community people and you voted to watch. Let me know in the comments if you come back and watch this later when it's not live. Because that's fine too. I appreciate you watching whenever you do. I'm just trying to gauge how much I should care about votes. I hate when the fish spawn up here. It's way too long of a process because I have to switch tools. Move these. We're getting pretty full here, ladies and gentlemen. I would love a full load of these fish to see just like, bam, 450,000 or whatever it's going to be. But, again, tonight I'm particularly concerned with getting paid tonight and not having to wait till the morning to get paid. What's up, Kirby 876? We're playing Animal Crossing. We're on a mystery island. We are... Is this thing on? Am I muted somehow? You are alone in the chat right now, but I am here. You need a bigger gun. Get yourself a bigger gun then. We are catching sturgeon and stringfish to turn a big profit before the night is over. We've caught several, but we are getting close to the end. I don't think it's cheating because I'm being selective about what I'm catching. You know, I consider the switch duplicating to be switching because the game was not designed to do that. The game is designed to let you fish, and I'm just fishing on an island that has a lot of really expensive fish, which is a lot of RNG, honestly, to even get that far. But we are just gonna go till about 9:40, so we've got about 10 more minutes. I'd like to catch at least 3 more of those fishes. Of those fishies. Oh wow. It's probably the most fish I've seen up here in one go. And I personally consider the time travel to be cheating. So I don't think these are quite in the same boat. I could do a lot more if I could time travel, especially with turnips. Kind of one of the things I'm trying to do is get a profit tonight, so I'll have lots of money to spend on turnips tomorrow. But I could, if I was a time traveler, I could just time travel to Sunday and then time travel again to the most profitable day this week that turnips were selling and all this and that. So, you know, a sin's a sin, but in my eyes, this is a little less, or a lot less. Who are these brave fish right now? Kirby, where are you from? How's your night going? Nothing. Alright, come on, fishies. We don't got time to play. Got about 10 minutes before I'm calling it. I'd like to have at least 3 more fish before we jet. Well, I couldn't get that fish to go away, but I'm gonna go down and check anyway. Alright, we got a sturgeon. I don't think that is another sturgeon, but I've been wrong before. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, was not expecting Oh, one bites. There we go. Sturgeon. I would like 3 more of you, please. Oh, 4 more. Dang. Let me throw this out here. I really doubt that's a sturgeon. I really, really doubt it's a sturgeon. Because I'm pretty sure... I've now done this enough just tonight that I'm pretty sure there's a difference. I'm pretty sure sturgeon and stringfish, for that matter, are a different size. The bass is technically a 6, and as far as I know, a size 6 shadow is the biggest shadow you can have. But I feel like that sturgeon is one size bigger than a 6. Wow. I really do. I'm starting to think that theory might have some merit to it. I mean, I just about stood on that fish right there, and it did not run. All right, another sturgeon, come on. I need another sturgeon quickly. Hey. We got about 6 minutes before I'm gonna call it and say we gotta get back to the boat or the plane and go back to our island. Okay, got another sturgeon. Sometimes it's an instant bite, sometimes it's a couple nibbles. All right. I don't think... I'm honestly surprised we got that one as fast as we did. Do I have any fish I can let go? I do not. We'll just go spook this one. And come back and try to spook these two. There we go. I spooked that one. That's nice. I really just want 2 more. In 4 minutes. That would be nice. right. Of course, more would spawn right as I'm ready to do a check. I really just want one more or two more. Pretty sure this is a bass. But man, if it was a sturgeon, wouldn't that be great? I mean, a stringfish, wouldn't that be great? Figured it would be. All right, come on. Oh, there's one. Great. I'm gonna cast over there. I don't know if he'll see it from over there. Okay. Boom. All right. It's a 938. Drop these twigs. Move these over. I would love to catch one more, but I don't want to push it. Push my luck. So I'm gonna go one more round. That looks big enough. This is a huge risk here, but that looks big enough to maybe be a stringfish. Huge risk time-wise, I should say, because I'm gonna have to catch him. Nope. Not worth it. Alright, it's 9:40. I'm going to try to get over there one more time with a clean slate. Okay. Nothing. I'm gonna do one more run just because I just need one more to be even. All right. Please. Nope. All right, last one. Last try. Then we're leaving. Sturgeon or no sturgeon. You gotta get paid tonight. That's the most important part of this. Dang. Thank you. Okay. Last one. Booyah. All right. Let's take our sturgeons and run. Get us home, Wilbur. Get us home. Alright, we're gonna go sell these, see how much we make. Start up that new house. Maybe get some medicine. Fix up my face. Oh, it's raining here. Raining, another great time to go fishing. Lots of rare fish when it's raining at night. So maybe after the stream I might have to go fishing on my island just to get whatever comes. Alright, I want to sell stuff, boys. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 sturgeons and 4 string fish. Not bad. If I had gotten a full pocket of spiders, we would have gotten about 280,000, give or take. So overall, a much better turnout, I think. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. I'd like to use that, please. Thank you. I do like that it's the eye that has a scar, though. I didn't do that intentionally, but I kind of like how that works now. Do you want to build a building yet? Would you like to have that conversation with me? Nope, you don't? Okay, great. I guess I have to wait a whole nother day. Maybe she'll come tomorrow. I bet she's gonna not be back tomorrow and then come back another day later. Oh my gosh. All right. So let's pay off our loan from our pocket. Full amount. Good deal. And I've got at least 100,000 in my pocket that I can use to buy turnips tomorrow. So our mission has been accomplished. I had a lot more than I thought I would. Surprised Tom didn't say something. Hey, you paid off your loan. Maybe he'll say something now. Ah, thank you. Now he says something. Oh, Tom, I would love to expand. About my home. one room, second story on your home, okay? Oh my god, 1 million. That's crazy. It will take me a very long time to get there. So I was gonna make my attic kind of an office space and / music room. And I was gonna make the basement kind of a DIY area. But this works. I'm okay with this. Well, there's a spider. You know, why not? Why not catch the spider? You know what I mean? It is spider hunting season after all. That is what I named this live stream. See, this is way more intense than just going to one fishing spot. And a lot less painful. Alright, well, I will cash that in. I realize that they close. They haven't closed yet, but I'm just gonna drop it off in the box. That way I'll get a call in the morning about somebody's put money in my account. Still no one at my campsite. Maybe tomorrow. Well, anyway, that is going to be our stream for tonight. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. We do appreciate it. I know that was a lot of fishing, but I did in the voting. I did say that's what we would probably do a lot of. So I apologize if you were not adequately prepared for what that was going to be. This is going to be our last stream for the weekend. Ooh, I like this. I wanted to see what it looked like. Yeah, I like this. This is going to be our last stream for this weekend. But if you liked what you saw, we stream a decent amount throughout the week. We stream on Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, Friday nights, and Saturday nights. And we have a podcast, pre-recorded podcast that airs every Monday at 12 o'clock Central Time, Central Standard Time. And then, yeah, we normally go live 7 o'clock at night. We've been missing a lot of Tuesdays recently. I'm not sure why that is. I think it's just kind of getting used to a new quarantine schedule. So I apologize for some of that. Whoops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. So I apologize for some of that. But, you know, we're all figuring out this quarantine thing together. Trying to get a little bit of my room. There you go. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you Monday for the podcast. Peace.